It's a great morning to be alive, ladies and gentlemen, and we welcome you once again to a live training. Now, September the 7th is 9 days away. 9. Can you count it? 9. That's 9 more days that Dixon has to be champ. And then he'll be a tramp, and the only way he can beat me and lick me is if they put me on a postage stamp. You'll see it, September 7th, Madison Square Garden, the biggest upset in the history of all boxing. You'll see it, I'll dance for 12 rounds, or however many rounds I decide to let it go. Well, today, you're going to see a 6-round shadow boxing with the gloves on and all that. I've already done my stretching, already done shadow boxing in front of a mirror, so now we're going to give you a taste, just a small taste. Remember now, September 7th, 9 days away, you get your pay-per-view, you get your popcorn, your refreshments, whatever you gotta do, get them ready, because you have them with you at the sound of the bell, because at the sound of the bell, Dixon will catch hell, and I can tell you that right now. So let's get this thing started right now. Let's do it. We've made the world wait too long for a real champion. We have made the world wait too long for an undisputed champion. We made the world wait too long for the real man of steel to come out. That's right. Made it wait too long. Should have been undisputed champ when Big Foster. The WBC took it from him. That's right. They're afraid I'd whoop him. Now I got all of them ready. All of them's ready. That's right. They're foolish if they think they're going to beat me. Dixon's full of crud if he thinks he's going to whip me. He knows it. The man's a fool. Now let's see what we got here. I said pause that. All right, let's see what are we going to dance out to today? It ain't going to be Ali Burbick, because that puts us in a down mood. So we're going to uplift it today, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just go with you one more time. We got a little disclaimer here that we got to pronounce, that all audio and video is owned by their respective producers, artists, and original owners. None of the audio that you hear, like the boxing background, the audio of a boxing match, or most music that I use, is not owned by Twisted Steel Fightletics, but by their original owner, producer, creator. And no ownership is intended to be made to look like I own it. That's the best word I came up with right now. So anyway, there's your disclaimer, Facebook. There's the disclaimer. Hopefully that's good enough for you. That's all I can do for you right there. All right, let's see what we can do today. All right then. Well, let's see now. Okay, what we might do. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. All right, I think I might shake things up just a wee bit. We're not going to use that right there. How about we listen to something different today? There was a fight in 1977 between Jimmy Young and Ken Norton. Now the winner was going to meet the winner of the Ali-Leon Spinks fight. That was what was proposed. That's what the World Boxing Council was led to believe by Don King, who was Muhammad Ali's promoter at that moment. I think, Don King was his promoter at that moment. But it so happens that Leon Spinks beat Ali by decision, and by the way, for you historians out there, when Leon Spinks decisioned Muhammad Ali in February of '78, that was the first time in a very long time that the world heavyweight title changed on a decision. The previous time prior to that was when the Cinderella Man, I'm trying to think of his name right now. Anyway, they made a movie about the man. He had decisioned Max Baer Sr. for the crown, and that was back in the 40s, I believe it was. So, all right then. I'll think of his name later. It escapes me right now. All right, well, we're going to look up that fight with Norton and Young, and I believe I have it without commercials. So we shall soon see. So let's just take a look, see what we got here. Okay. look this up. Let's see. Norton, let's see, and Young. Norton and Young, there we go. Now let's see if we can get it without the commercials. It's on Sweet Fights, ladies and gentlemen. If you get on YouTube a lot, you like boxing, new, old, and in between, go to sweetfights.com. Now they have a YouTube channel. It's called Sweet Fights, obviously. And so, well, since this has got co-sell on it, it might have commercials. So let me take a look, see here. We might have to go something else. Hey, wait just a minute. That escaped me. That's enough of that. No. Yeah, here we go. Let me just take a look, see here real quick. See if this has got commercials in it. If it was the ABC live broadcast, it will. Well, we might have to do something else. All right, we're still trying to check this out. All right, well, we might have to play the audio of what I've got because I can't really tell. Here, let's see. There's a minute left in this first round. We'll see at that point if there's any commercials on it. Norton and Young. A lot of people say Jimmy Young should have won the fight by decision. So, in this fight between Norton and Young, ultimately, the winner was decreed the World Boxing Council World's Heavyweight Champion, and Norton won it. Norton lost the next fight, which was a defense against Larry Holmes, and I think Norton had a couple of other fights in '79, and then in '80 was his last fight against gentleman Jerry Cooney, which got knocked out in the first round in Madison Square Garden. Let's see, there's 30 seconds left in this round here, then we'll definitely take a look, see if it goes to a commercial. Or if it cuts right on to the beginning of the next round. Because a lot of these fights that they do on the ABC, that whoever puts on here, they cut out in between rounds, and I use these from a timer for when I'm shadow boxing, so that really doesn't do me a whole lot of good, the cut out in between rounds. So 30 seconds left in the first round. Yeah, that's what they do. They go right to the second round bell. All right. And let's see what else we can do here. All right. Let's see. We don't want Holmes and Spinks, Leon, so we'll do something else. Now let's see here. We don't want highlights. Now let's take a look, see what else we got here. We might not have a whole lot. Let's say now. Norton and Young, don't care about that. That's got the commercials on it. Jimmy Young and Ron Lyle, don't care about that. Let's see. Well, we're not finding a whole lot of stuff here. We don't care about that. Okay, let's just go to the audio that we do have then. So we'll put this down here. Yes, indeed. Let's go here. Let's see. Get to the thing here. We'll put it on the, what you call it. Alright. Okay. Library. Videos. And there it is. about ready to dance. About ready to dance. That's right, about ready. About ready. So, it's kind of warm up in here now, which is good. I like it. Helps with the sweat. Just now. Come on. I gotta have a picture on it. Okay, there's that business. Okay. I don't know why it's not showing anything there, but it's not. Okay. So then. All right, there that all is. Let's see what we got there. Okay, here we go. We'll just play the audio of what's going down, what's going on. All right. Let's see now what we got. Let's see. Okay, Patterson, Bonavina. Here we go. All right, I gotta put on my wraps, because I always do that. So let's shout out some positivities out there. What about all that? Want to hear some of that? Okay, we'll hear some of that. All right. Well, let's see. What goes on in life with everybody? Everybody's having a good time. Everybody's all right out there. There's a lot of people out there that's having good things happen to them each and every day. Let's get some shout outs going out there. What about... there's a new family member that's floating around now. New little baby that was had just the other day. And I'm still fuzzy on the name, so forgive me. I'm old, what can I say? I'm old and probably shell-shocked from all kind of junk. So anyway, all right, the mind is tired. Don't get too much sleep. But anyways, I'm rambling now. It don't make sense. So anyway, what we're going to do today is we're going to shadow box now to Patterson and Bonavina, and it's a pretty good fight. I believe it was the last victory for Floyd Patterson in his career. I think he fought on a couple more times. I think he fought Ali again in '73 at Madison Square Garden, and I believe that was his last fight. He never officially retired. Floyd Patterson didn't. He just stopped fighting. So I guess that's as good as retiring from boxing as anything else. He just stopped fighting. Don't know if it was due to medical reasons or not, because Floyd took some good beatings there after he won the title. He got knocked out by Ingemar Johansson, and he came back and got Johansson pretty good. Knocked out Johansson so bad that one of his legs started quivering. If you've never seen that fight on Sweet Fights, go take a look at it. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. Patterson really showed the world right then and there that he wasn't going to be jacked with. Although the very next fight, Sonny Liston showed Floyd Patterson that he could be jacked with, and he was going to do it twice. But the thing about Sonny Liston, everybody talk about Sonny Liston being a scary fella. He only had one successful title defense, and that was against the rematch against Floyd Patterson. Because then, of course, he fought a little guy named Muhammad Ali, which very few people's ever heard of. I'm just kidding. But anyway, Liston didn't really have that long of a title reign. A lot of people talk about Sonny Liston He was a great fighter, and God bless him, but he was a footnote in boxing history. Really, he ended one era and began another. So that was pretty much what all went on in Sonny Liston's boxing career. He bridged the gap, or gapped the bridge, one of the two, maybe both. I don't know what he did at home. But between the Floyd Patterson and Rocky Marciano era to the Ali era of the 60s and 70s. But Sonny Liston, Sonny only had one successful title defense, and that was against Patterson in the rematch. So anyways, but I'm sure Sonny had a pretty good reputation before winning the title, and his reputation took a big hit in Lewiston, Maine, when he rematched Muhammad Ali in 64, 65, I believe it was. And so that was the Phantom Punch fight, where, believe what you want, but Ali knocked him out in the first round. The record books say Sonny Liston got knocked out in the first round. Whether the experts believe it was a real punch, whether the experts believe that Liston took a dive, whether or not the boxing historians or critics say that Ali really nailed him with a punch that he couldn't have got up from, or if you believe Liston, he was just scared to death of all the hoopla and all the darkness around Ali at the time, because Ali was with the Nation of Islam at the time, the black Muslims, if you will. And prior to this fight, Malcolm X had already been assassinated in Chicago. So Muhammad Ali was probably in the back of his mind somewhere. He had to show that he was fearless because he was heavyweight champion of the world, and it would have affected his mental capacities for the fight. But I'm sure somewhere in the back of Ali's mind, he was a little bit frightened. I'm sure he had bodyguards all up in the arena, so that way no one tried to come out and take a pot shot at him like they did Malcolm X in Chicago. So anyways, that's about all that history lesson for today. It's kind of weird hearing a white fella talk about Malcolm X, ain't it? But Malcolm X is very instrumental in many, many things. So he is a man to be revered, respected, and I've seen the movie by Spike Lee. I like the movie from Spike Lee about Malcolm X with Denzel Washington, but the one thing that they forgot, the one thing, is that it was Malcolm X who was instrumental in bringing Cassius Clay and associating him with the Nation of Islam and introducing him to Elijah Muhammad, who gave Mr. Clay his name of Muhammad Ali. So anyways, that's enough of the history lesson for today. Let's get down to business.
Let's see where Joe is. Here he comes. Impeccably attired. Joe looks pretty good. He's getting a great hand. He's got that infectious smile.
It's such an infectious smile, no one ever came up with the cure for the infection.
The referee, Johnny Lobianco.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Patterson at 21 was the youngest man ever to win the heavyweight crown. And at 25, the only man ever to regain the title.
tonight is the 3rd anniversary of the new Madison Square Garden Center, and on behalf of President Irving Fisher-Felt and the board of directors, we would like to thank you for your patronage over the last 4 years and your support. We hope you have a very enjoyable evening. Now it is our pleasure to present the principals in tonight's feature bout, a 2-round heavyweight bout. The judges are Tony Castellano and Bill Witt. The timekeeper is Freddie Abatiello. The knockdown timekeeper, Tony Perez. And the referee for the main event, Johnny Lobianco. From Buenos Aires, Argentina, wearing pure trunks, he weighs 206 pounds. He has won 37 bouts, lost 7 and has 1 draw, and he has knocked out 39 opponents. The heavyweight champion of South America, Oscar Bonavena.
Oscar Bonavena is 29 years old and he stands 6 feet tall.
gentlemen, we are privileged to present the only man ever to win the heavyweight title twice. He has won two big world fights, lost 7, he has won 1, and he has knocked out 32 opponents. Also, the youngest man ever to win the heavyweight title from Newcastle, New York, wearing black trunks, 191 and 3/4 pounds, Floyd Patterson. Floyd Patterson.
Well, very few fighters have gotten a hand like that. And now the instructions from Johnny Lobianco, the referee.
One there, Patterson, then brief on the rules. In the event of a knockdown, you must take an 8 count. If you score a knockdown, you go to a neutral corner. Do not come out until I call you. If you don't go to a neutral corner, the count will stop. 3 knockdowns in 1 round automatically end the bout. If you're in a down position and the bell rings, the count will continue with the exception of the last round. When you're in a clinch, you'll be told to break, step back clean. Shake hands now. Come out boxing at the bell. Good luck to both.
Bonavena figures to come out swinging. Patterson figures to beat him to the punch. Patterson is 37 years old. That may count against him. The bell, round 1. Patterson the black trunks. Bonavena the blue trunks with the red border. Patterson still has the fastest hands among the heavyweights. Bonavena is a free, clean brawler. He can hurt when he hits, and he takes a good punch, but he can be very wild. As you notice, Patterson can be floored, as his record indicates, but he gets up as a rule. And more often than not, he got up and won. Not a good punch landed yet in this round. Patterson, as a rule, is a headhunter. He rarely goes to the body. Took that punch as though it hadn't even landed. There's a tremendous crowd here tonight and a tremendously excited crowd. Patterson off balance. A minute to go in round 1 of a 10-rounder at Madison Square Garden. Not too much happening at the moment. That was more. It is not considered a knockdown. That was a shove punch by Patterson. No knockdown. But it shows that Ringo, as he likes to be called, can go down. Round is coming to a close. After one light tap to the body, Bonavena hasn't scored in this round. Patterson scored about once. 10 seconds to go there.
Gotcha.
This is number 1. Your first frosty cold glass of Schaefer. We don't have to tell you how great that tastes.
So we won't.
We won't.
then what's the purpose of commercial?
Second glass of Schaefer. Now that's something to talk about, because that's where you'll discover the unique quality that sets Schaefer apart. That's where you'll start to see how the flavor of Schaefer doesn't fade. How Schaefer keeps delivering first beer pleasure every beer through. Your second cold Schaefer. It'll show you why Schaefer is second to none. Schaefer is the one beer to have when you're having more than one.
Round 2 at Madison Square Garden. Floyd Patterson is back to the ropes. Bonavena trailing them. One good punch by the ex-champion. Bonavena went 25 rounds with Frazier at 10 and 15 and had Joe down twice in one round and was never floored himself, although he lost both bouts. Now Bonavena is trying to make use of his weight and strength. He outweighs Patterson by 14 and a fraction pounds. Now Patterson definitely is beating Bonavena with a punch with both hands. And I would think that Floyd would try for an early knockout. At age 37, he shouldn't want to stay around too long with a 29-year-old like Bonavena, who was so tough. Those are not bad punches thrown by Bonavena on the inside. They've got to hurt a little bit. A minute to go in round 2. If an athlete can be inspired by the crowd, and they say they are, then Patterson should be inspired by the ovation he got here tonight. Partially blocked. Pretty good exchange. Now Bonavena can figure that out and keep it up. He can wear his man down. 10 seconds to go in round 2. Here we are in the corner of former champion Floyd Patterson. And in the corner with him, facing him head on, is his trainer, Ernie Fowler. On the outside, giving him some water, is Jimmy Glenn, a very popular trainer and handler of fighters around the New York area. And the third man is just outside the ring, putting a little Vaseline on the nose of Floyd, and that would be Phil Sequist. There hasn't been much to choose between the two fighters in the first 2 rounds of action of this 10-round bout before a tremendous crowd at Madison Square Garden. This bout, by the way, was postponed about 5 times. We all feel fortunate that they're fighting tonight. Round 3 at Madison Square Garden. Bonavena trying to press the advantage, keeping Patterson off balance and leading Patterson to the punch with that left hand. Contrary to a lot of reports, Patterson a puncher, a fighter. Boxes on occasion, but more often than not he goes for the knockout. He ran into that hook. A grazing hook by Patterson. Ringo is really throwing them hard now. Got that look in his eye, the hunter. And keeping Patterson backing away. A fine hook by the ex-champion. A solid right hand that just about reached the chin and was partially blocked. Patterson hasn't gotten his rhythm yet, perhaps because of Bonavena. And Bonavena is in charge at the moment. All of them missed. Patterson looking for an opening. Those quick hands of Floyd Patterson. Bonavena more often than not telegraphs his punches. But they come back. Seconds to go in round 3.
Was a very good year for beer drinkers in America, for that was the year their ship came in. It was a 3-masted clipper, and on board was a young man from Wetzlar, Germany. He set sail with just $1 in his pocket, and an old family recipe for a new kind of beer. The young man's name was Maximilian Schaefer, and the beer he introduced to America was Schaefer Lager beer. Today, Schaefer is still unique. A beer that stays consistently bright, consistently rewarding, glass after glass. That's why Schaefer, America's oldest lager beer, is the one beer to have when you're having more than one.
Don Duffy at ringside, round 4 of this 10-round heavyweight bout. Ex-champion Floyd Patterson and Oscar Bonavena. And the crowd is trying to urge Patterson on. And now Bonavena's supporters are shouting, Ringo, Ringo. Patterson slipped. But they called it a knockdown. Well, those surprises never end. Bonavena is taking charge of the fight, however. Patterson apparently can't get started. The 10-round bout in these early rounds count just as much. Johnny Lokianko, the referee. left hook by Bonavena. And Patterson still bides his time. Now he's hitting. A minute to go as they exchange those right hands.
Yes.
About 30 seconds to go in the round. Patterson opening up good.
Come on.
10 seconds to go in round 4. A slight redness around the right eye of Bonavena as Patterson comes on. I just spoke to the referee, Johnny Lobianco, and he says that Patterson was hit with a left hook, and that's what knocked him down. So we have to call that a knockdown. So Patterson was down for the mandatory 8 count in the 4th round. Patterson had his back to me, and that's probably why I didn't see the punch. But the referee says he saw it, and we'll go along with that. Round 5 at Madison Square Garden. Floyd Patterson, Oscar Bonavena. And now they're both winning them. Patterson was blocked by that right hand. Bonavena then methodically is cutting Patterson down. And Bonavena's come up with a fair jab, something he's never had before. Two minutes to go in this round. Bonavena keeps the pressure on Patterson, doesn't let him get started. A minute to go in the round. Just a reminder again, I checked with the referee between rounds and he said Patterson was hit with a left hook that sent him down in round 4. 10 seconds to go in round 5.
Hey guys, seen the new driver yet? Yeah, let's give him the business. Right. Make him sing the Schaefer jingle. Hey, here he is now. Okay, you, up on the barrel. Okay, rookie, come on. Every new man's got to sing the Schaefer jingle. But sing. Come on, sing that, sing, boy. Schaefer's the one spirit to have when you're having more than one. Sing. The most rewarding flavor in this man's world, for people who are having fun, Schaefer is the one beer to have when you're having Was that all right? Not bad, kid.
Round 6 at Madison Square Garden. Roy Patterson, keeping those gloves up high. Oscar Bonavena. Bonavena protects that chin pretty well with his gloves. Patterson trying to get them down. Or get past them. Bonavena dug the body pretty good in that clinch. Patterson nailed Bonavena a pretty good one on the way in that time. There's one official knockdown. Patterson down in the mandatory 8 count in the 4th round. And now Patterson is starting to force the action, although at the moment he's not landing. A minute to go in the round. Patterson brought the crowd up with that one. Holding and hitting, but Patterson looked like he was kidding when he did it. Patterson in his 20th year as a professional. 10 seconds to go in round 6. There goes Bonavena's mouthpiece, and Patterson is telling him to pick it up. Correction on the mouthpiece. It was Patterson's mouthpiece that fell down.
I said 6. You got 6.
Well, there's a confusion over whose mouthpiece it was. Anyway, it ended up in Patterson's corner. The consensus here is that it was Bonavena's mouthpiece, and I was right the first time. And Bonavena's starting to get mad, which will do him no good. What did somebody said long ago, whom the gods destroy, they first make mad? Don Dunphy ringside, round 7. It was Bonavina's mouthpiece that fell out, and Bonavina's starting to get mad. I mean, real mad. You can see the expression on his face if we can get in close on him. He's really mad.
I'd be mad too if I was that ugly.
Patterson, calm, deliberate. Patterson making a good use of that left jab now, a good stabber. Bonavina ever so strong. Those punches were blocked. That wasn't. Now Floyd saw an opening there, but let it get by and then came in. Ooh. Floyd getting wild.
All right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen, 6 of them. I told you 6. All I ever do on my social media workouts is 6 rounds of the shadow boxing. I might sometimes do more or less, as you've seen. He's tired right now. He's tired. Dixon will have no trouble. Dixon will knock him out. Dixon will take care of the old man. Dixon will get him out of there. Dixon will destroy him. Keep believing it. And I hope for all y'all's sake that believe it come true. Not really, because I'll knock him out. That's right. Like I've said, I'm tired right now. I'm sweaty. I'm in shape. Round is the shape. Remember that. So you'll see September 7th. I ain't showing you a whole lot on these social media workouts. Why? What I keep telling you. Because Dixon might be watching. Dixon, are you watching? Look here, Kojak. You and I will see each other soon. September 7th. You and I get it on because we don't get along. Let's do it!
This is a more than
Woo! That's right. You thought I was tired. You thought I was weak. You thought I was out of shape. Look at me. Told you, you only get a little bit on these things. A little bit.
Maybe more.
That's right.
You figure him
September 7th, you get all of it. 100%.
time around.
That's right.
Third.
Look at that right there. I told you I was unable.
No other beer can match it.
I was unable to get the 215. But I'll tell you what, this right here will get me to the promised land. You know what I'm talking about? Woo! Believe it. Dixon's in a world of trouble. World of trouble. That's all I can tell you. This man is in lots of trouble. Dixon, better grow some hair that night, sucker. Because I don't want the glare to blind me from up there. You're going to have to go when I say so. You just remember this and one other thing. I'm the greatest of all time!